We're breaking right now on the Hill Country floods. We have new information about what alerts were received the morning of July 4th as the waters of the Guadalupe River were quickly engulfing camps, homes, and businesses. Two investigators, Robert Arnold, spoke this afternoon with the spokesperson for Camp Mystic and the family of its owners, and he joins us now. Robert?
Yes, Jeff Carr is president of Griffin Communications, which is a Houston area company that is handling communications for Camp Mystic and the Eastland family. Dick Eastland ran the camp with his wife, and he lost his life trying to save the youngest campers from the floodwaters. Griffin tells us, based on conversations with the family, Eastland did receive the 1:14 a.m. alert from the National Weather Service warning of flash flooding. It would have been impossible for him not to get that alert. Family members said it woke him up, Griffin told us. Griffin says Eastland immediately began checking the conditions of the camp with a night watchman, while notifying other staff, family members working at the camp via walkie-talkie, to also begin assessing conditions. Griffin said he is still talking with family members to get a more concrete timeline, but evacuations may have started between 2 and 2:30 a.m. based on what he says he was told by Eastland's son. Griffin cautions, though, that time frame is tentative because people weren't looking at their watches, and he said he is still working to find out when the magnitude of what was coming became evident. A river gauge 5 miles downstream from Camp Mystic showed at 2:30 a.m. river levels had not yet reached flood stage but rose quickly. Now, since the camp is upstream of the gauge, it would have seen higher water levels sooner than the gauge would have registered those levels. Griffin says he hopes to have a more concrete timeline this week. 27 Camp Mystic counselors and campers lost their lives in this flood.
Yeah, Robert, you reported last week that the camp did have a plan in place for natural disasters like a flood.
Absolutely. What we had reported is the Department of State Health Services inspects and licenses youth camps in Texas, and part of that license is you have to have an emergency plan for natural disasters. Now, the state does not determine whether that plan is the best plan or needs to be improved. It doesn't determine the efficacy of that plan. It simply checks to make sure that plan is in place. The state does not keep copies of that plan, and we have not yet seen exactly what Camp Mystic's plan for evacuations would have been yet.
Okay, we know you'll be digging for more information. All right, thank you, sir.